Hey, welcome. Today, we are going to tackle something we all struggle with, right? Talking about what we do for a living. We're going to completely change how you answer that one little question and turn it from just a job title into a real statement about the value you bring. Ah, there it is, the question. You get it everywhere, don't you? Parties, work events, your cousin's wedding. So, what is it you do? And it sounds so simple, but man, how you answer that question can change everything. And honestly, a lot of us just don't quite nail it.
I mean, think about the go-to answers. Oh, I'm a secretary, or I'm a travel manager. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. But does it really tell the whole story? No way. It completely misses all the responsibility you have, the skills you're using, all the real impact you're making day in and day out.
And that right there is what we're going to call the what do you do problem. Because that simple little job title, it can actually hold you back. It kind of puts you in a box and stops you from showing people what you're really all about professionally. Yeah, the truth is we just sell ourselves short with these simple answers. But hey, don't worry, because there's absolutely a better way to do this. And the solution we're looking at today comes from some amazing insights in Regina Rezenda's business vocabulary course. It gives us a fantastic framework to, level up how we talk about work. So what's the big secret? Well, the main idea here is actually pretty simple. You've got to make your vocabulary active. That's it. That's the key that unlocks this whole thing. A much more powerful way of talking about your job. And this quote from Regina Rezende really hits the nail on the head. This isn't about, memorizing a dictionary. It's about taking the words you probably already kind of know and actually putting them to work, using them confidently, actively. That's the shift. So what do we actually mean by active vocabulary? Well, think of it like this. It's the set of words that are right there on the tip of your tongue, ready to go. The words you can use to talk about not just what you do, but the responsibility you have and the impact you make. It's really the difference between just knowing a word and owning it.
Okay, time to get practical. Let's dive into the actual tools. We're talking specific, powerful words and phrases you can start using like today to totally upgrade how you talk about your work.
All right, first up, let's look at words that really scream leadership and oversight. So if you're in any kind of management or authority position, listen up, because these are for you. So instead of just saying, I'm a manager, try something like, I run the design department, or I manage a team of designers. See the difference? And if you have a team, don't just say, people work for me. You could say, 20 people work under me, or even stronger, 20 people report to me. It just sounds so much more direct and, authoritative.
Okay, so that's who you manage. Now let's get into what you manage. These next few phrases are perfect for talking about your specific, day-to-day responsibilities in a much more impactful way.
These are super useful. You could say, I'm responsible for making sure all the designs get done on time. Or maybe I'm in charge of the entire design budget. And phrases like, I deal with our suppliers, or I work with the marketing department, they're just perfect for explaining exactly what you do and who you do it with.
All right, so you've got the words. Now we need to make sure you're using them right. This part's really important because there are a couple of common little mistakes that can easily trip you up. Okay, here's a classic one. You always work for the company, the one that signs the checks, but you work at the physical place, the building. So you'd say, I work for Google, not I work at Google. It's a tiny little detail, but trust me, it makes you sound way more polished.
And it's not just about picking the right word, the grammar. That's what really makes it all click. Specifically, what you say after phrases like responsible for and in charge of. That's a super common spot where people get it a little mixed up.
Okay, so here's the rule, and it's actually pretty simple once you see it. After in charge of, you're going to use a noun. So I'm in charge of the budget. Easy. But after responsible for, you use a verb that ends in ing. For example, I'm responsible for preparing the reports. Getting this one little detail right, it's a total game changer. Okay, let's put it all together. This is where you really see the magic happen. We're going to look at a simple before and a way more powerful after, so you can see just how big a difference this makes.
So here's where we start. I'm a travel manager. I mean, it's true, but it's kind of flat, right? It tells you what I am, but nothing about what I actually do. Now, look at the after. What a difference, right? This uses all the words we just talked about. It shows leadership, I run the department. It shows you control the money, I'm in charge of the budget. And it shows your core duties, I'm responsible for dealing with vendors. See, that's not a job title, that's a statement.
And that really brings us to the end of it. You've got the tools now, you've got the framework, you've seen what's possible. So I guess there's only one question left to ask. The next time somebody says, "So, what do you do?" what are you going to say?